Well, welcome back to another Commerce Conversation. We are no longer curbside. The chamber doors are open. And who am I talking with here today?
Bernadette Douglas.
Bernadette Douglas, our Executive Vice President with the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. And I always have to preface this. You've been here how many years?
This year will be 39 years.
And that is huge. And as a community, we owe you so much.
Oh, well, thank you, Joel.
And I mean that from my heart. And today we're talking about our community, about small businesses and the importance of our small businesses. Hopefully you all have seen some of the partnerships that we have with our local Cleveland Daily Banner, gearing up, rallying, and supporting those small businesses, as well as in our newsletter, which has gone out recently. Businesses are reopening, and we're celebrating that. And with these tough times, we really need something to continue to celebrate.
Right.
And what's again with commerce, it's about small business is a huge part of that. So there's an award coming up. Let's talk about that.
It is. So this, typically in May, we celebrate Small Business Month, but obviously we had to move it. We've moved it to Monday, August 17th, and that will be the 27th presentation of the Mel Bedwell Small Business Person of the Year Award.
Now, and once again, me being just 2 or 3 years older with the chamber, I was learning something every day.
Yes.
I love the award, but help me understand, and our viewers, Mel Bedwell, how did that come into be with the small business?
Yeah. Mel was an owner here in Cleveland, small business owner. He owned Cleveland Business Machines with Jack Smith. And Mel was chairman of the Small Business Committee. He was on the chamber board. He was very active in the community through numerous organizations. He was a great guy, always upbeat, always full of ideas, always in the office coming in to just chat, while he was out making his sales calls. And he tragically passed away from cancer. Yeah. And so a few years after his passing, the chamber board decided to honor his memory and all the things he had done in the community by naming the Small Business Person of the Year Award after him.
That's awesome, and I look at that story and that legacy, and as you can see in the background, we have the plaque here on display. You look at that list of names, and wow, what a legacy each one of those. And I won't dare start unless you would like to share some of the names, but
we'd miss somebody.
we'd miss somebody.
Yeah.
But when you look at that list, whether they've served leadership for the Chamber of Commerce or different things in our community, they have definitely made a difference. And that was really what this award is about. What are some of the criteria for folks who are either wanting to nominate someone? Once again, the deadline is July the 10th, correct?
July the 10th is the deadline for nominations. They have to be in business for a minimum of 3 years. They have to show growth in the business either through number of employees or through sales numbers. They should kind of demonstrate that they've overcome some adversity. They don't have to, but a lot of the people, the past winners, there have been market downturns or there have been, different things that have, they've kind of shown their mettle and risen above a challenge. Community activities or support of community activities is kind of secondary because it's really a business award.
No, that's great. And once again, this is a group of engaged citizens.
The people who select the nominee each year, we usually pull some people that past winners of the award, a couple of board members for the chamber, and then they get together and judge the nominees and select the recipient.
That's great. So once again, and how can folks find, where is it on the chamber website?
It is on the chamber website. Of course, if some people are not very computer savvy, so we'll be happy to email it to anybody. But it's on our downloadable forms page on the chamber website, which is clevelandchamber.com.
So clevelandchamber.com, go to the downloadable forms, it's a link, and they can either fill it out or print it and then send it.
They would have to print it and fill it out. There's some supplemental materials that we need.
Perfect. Yeah. And then get that over basically for you
to
add in the file.
Yes, by July 10th.
Perfect. Now, if folks also want to, we're talking about the nominations, but it's always fun to have the celebratory, the event date is August the 17th.
It is Monday, August the 17th, and they can get tickets for that event on our website, again, through the events calendar. That way, we are figuring out what that event is going to look like right now as far as the social distancing and food preparation and all of that. So we're still trying to navigate those waters in the pandemic atmosphere, so we'll we'll know more about that as it gets closer.
It's still at the Museum Center
Still
at
at the
5 Points?
Museum Center at 5 Points.
Okay, that's
yes.
always a wonderful venue to come out and celebrate together.
Yes.
And once again, after the season that we have been and continue to once again pick ourselves up, recover, reopen, or thrive to celebrate. And that's really what this event is, a big part of our community and the legacy is a time to come out and celebrate and honor and recognize those folks who continue to make such a difference in Cleveland and in Bradley County.
Yes.
And so I think with that being said, we wanted to, unless I've missed anything to ask you today.
We just want to make sure everybody,
Yes,
either through their chamber email or through Facebook, through our social media, was aware that Governor Lee yesterday announced a small business relief program. He's designating $200 million from the CARES Act towards small businesses, and that detailed information on how to apply for that money should be on the State Department of Revenue website today, is what they said. So
That's huge. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I know that with all those challenges, and we have a great partnership with the Tennessee Small Business Development Center at Cleveland State.
Yes.
They have also been a huge part of that, whether it's the PPP and all these acronyms, folks, hanging there with
Yeah.
us. But funding for small businesses, it is crucial. I know every time it's released, there's some, this is all a learning curve for so many folks, but this is encouraging to us as a state that has been released, and hopefully get those local funds that we need.
Right.
So great.
We're excited.
I think that might be it for today. Continue to follow us with these kind of conversations we have, whether it be within the chamber, our program services, our family, or our members, that we continue to showcase and share those stories together. So thanks again.
Thank you.